Bobcat Nation, Al Weston here for another Bobcat Coach's Corner. For the first time this year, Mo Smith joins us. Thanks for being with us, Mo.
Hey, thanks for having me, Al.
How's things?
Well, things are going okay. You know, faced with a little bit of adversity early, but you know we're doing fine. You know, just came off of our home opener. You know, with an unfortunate loss, but you know we're trying our best to regroup and bounce back.
Well, you have guards this year, so that's a positive step. You didn't
right.
have the guards last year, had the forwards bringing up the ball.
That's right. That's right.
So we got movement in the positive direction.
That's right.
And everybody's not freshmen this year. You have a mix of freshmen and sophomores, and that's good too.
That's right.
So I mean, I got to think that you know, even though that first game against West Georgia you came out on a losing end, right, there's still got to be a smile on your face when you head into practice the next day and realize that you know you got a few more bullets in the gun this year.
That's right. That's right. Well, you know, after the game, you know, we saw still saw a lot of hope on the basketball court. We have a deep team, which is good. You know, our biggest challenge now is to, you know, find out a set rotation, which we're still trying to figure out because we have some depth, which we're not used to. So that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to necessarily use, you know, all of that depth. You want to find the best possible options coming off the bench as well.
Right.
All right. Well, talk to me a little bit. You know, you had a strong preseason, and I think everybody's working pretty hard. Who was most impressive for you, or a couple of kids, I guess, in the preseason?
Well, you know, we're pretty much satisfied with our returners. I thought they did a pretty good job getting themselves ready in the summer. With a mentality that, hey, let's get better individually and let's get better as a team. I thought our preseason conditioning program was really good. Our strength and conditioning coach, Kurt, really
that's a new addition to the squad this year, too. Tell me a little bit about Kurt and his background.
Well, Kurt is awesome. Kurt is a Georgia College grad student. He graduated from the Department of Kinesiology as an exercise science major, human performance major. And Kurt, his heart is in college athletics. You know, really want to be a strength and conditioning coach at the college level. And he graduated under Doc Martino and was a graduate assistant with the wellness program. Okay. And he pretty much just volunteered his services to us last year.
Wow.
And he graduated, and you know, we practically, you know, hired him for free this year, and he just loved it so much that, you know, he wants to get into the college game and just kind of volunteered his services again. And the girls have taken a really good liking to him, and he works hard at what he does and is passionate about what he does. And I can see improvements already just from a strength standpoint, agility standpoint, and you know, just an overall confidence standpoint also.
Well, it's got to be good to have you know, somebody with specific knowledge in that area instead of you guys having to worry about, you know, coming up with the workout plans. You get, you know, someone with the education behind it as far as making those decisions as well.
That's right.
Frees you up to do basketball stuff.
No doubt. And you know, and the thing, it shed a whole lot of light on from a coaching perspective, my perspective, as far as how ignorant I was from the strength and conditioning standpoint. You know, I think us coaches, you know, we kind of getting pigeonholed that, hey, we'll do it this way, the old school way most of the time. And it took a while for Kurt to kind of groom me, you know, in that regard, as far as, hey, the research backs up this. You know, we can kind of, hey, open up your mind a little bit, and let's try some new things. And I'm very satisfied, very satisfied.
Well, hard work in the preseason led into the exhibition last Monday, and put one on Wesleyan College a little bit, D3 school, and it was nice to, you know, empty out that bench, get everybody a chance to show what they could do. And a star in that one was McKenna Russian, the new freshman for you. She put up a bunch of points in that game. I think about 25.
Yes.
And almost a double-double as well. Is that something you saw coming out of the freshman in high school?
Well, she definitely showed that in high school. She showed that she can score the basketball. Terrific shooter. You know, she can score in a variety of ways. She can kind of go down low and kind of crafty around the basket. And so that was definitely a positive. McKenna just trying to work with her to get her on the floor more. I think on the defensive end, you know, she kind of struggles at times on the defensive end, but she's getting better. You know, she had a really good practice yesterday. You know, day by day, kind of inch by inch, she's showing signs of improvement, and really looking forward, you know, for her getting out on that court and, doing good things like how she did against Wesleyan.
Now that's a big step when you get up to this D2 type of level
Yeah.
from high school or from a junior college.
Yeah.
The defense becomes a bit more important at this
Right.
level than previously played, right?
Oh yes, yes, and prime example. I had a conversation with her, and a lot of our freshmen is, hey, they're used to kind of being the man in high school, and one thing about the college level, the next level is, the scouts are more detailed. The scouts are, hey, if she's a scorer, she's a shooter, we're gonna pay more attention to that shooter and score. So a lot of times that, when that defense gets on the shooter or the scorer, they're not used to it.
True.
It's a different type of athleticism. You got to really work to get open. Got to really work to move without the basketball. So it's a lot of nuances, that they're learning, at this next level. And it just takes time, takes experience for them to adjust, which they will. I feel confident they will.
Well, then you head into the regular season opener on Saturday. Again, unfortunately, a loss to West Georgia, and Tiana Keys leads the way for you. It looked like Tara Warnica got involved in that as well. Tell me a little bit about the effort there. What was the difference? It really just looked like you ran into a buzzsaw, pretty hot shooting team there in West Georgia.
Yes. Hats off to West Georgia. West Georgia. They shot the ball well in the first half. I didn't think we did a good job of contesting those shots. A lot of
gotta
those
defend
open
them too,
threes. Got to defend them. But even if when you shoot 8 for 14, whatever they shot in the first half, that's kind of hard to hit, even not contested. And so hats off to them for hitting some tough baskets. But we feel like we need to really tighten up defensively. I don't think we came out with a sense of urgency on the defensive end. The philosophy after looking at the basketball game, or our conclusion was, hey, we got to finish defensive plays, because I thought we were solid in our half-court defense. We just didn't finish those defensive plays, whether it was contesting a shot, rebounding the basketball, just finishing those defensive plays. And also finishing on the offensive end also. We struggled on the offensive end, just finishing at the free throw line, finishing little chip baskets, layups that we had really good opportunities to score on. But I feel like that we will get better in those areas. Those are very correctable things. So just trying to keep them motivated in the aspect of, hey, just finish. Let's finish on the defensive end, on the offensive end, and we'll be okay.
Now, talk a little bit about Tiana Keys. Again, she leads you in points. It looks like her role is going to be a little bit different this year. I mean, she was a main scoring focus for us, a year ago as a freshman. Freshman of the year in the conference and third team all-conference. I would imagine you'd probably be happy if her numbers were a little bit lower this year and spread out over some other folks, right?
Yes, no, most definitely. If she could, if we develop as a team like how we think we will, her numbers will decrease. Scoring, shot attempts, which is a good thing, because that means we have a total team effort in our scoring, a total team balance in our scoring attack, which we feel like we should with our depth and everything.
And her game is just so versatile as well. She can play with the back to the basket. She can knock down some threes every once in a while.
Right.
And she showed so much of that last year. It's nice to have that outlet of, if things get in trouble, let's get the ball in Keys' hands and try and let her do something, right?
Oh, yeah, and she has that confidence to as a player, you like, or as a coach, you like for that player to step up and take those big shots. Keys really has that confidence and that stigma of herself that, hey, give me the ball, I want to hit the big shot. So that's a good thing.
And Tara Warnica played a pretty solid game, I thought, in West Georgia. Again, having a point guard for first time in a little while is nice. But it looks like she's going to shoulder the majority of the load there at that point guard spot. And what kind of extras does she bring to the game?
Well, Tara's a very heady player. She's very crafty with the basketball. Tara can create, opportunities for others. She can also create opportunities for herself. As you saw, she scored in the post a few times, kind of, just crafty with it, can finish with both hands in the paint. She's a terrific passer. I think she has a really, really good basketball IQ. She's offensively, she's going to be fine. Defensively, we're talking about her being just more committed on the defensive end, and which she's making improvements on the defensive end too. Just trying to really get her to realized that, hey, the teams we're going to play, those guards are, are athletic. We got to be smart, keep them in front of you, and contest those shots and just be real solid on the defensive end.
A couple of big games coming up this weekend at the tip-off tournament there in Dahlonega. I know you've done this tournament a couple of years now, and it looks like a pretty good field there with West Florida on Friday, I believe,
That's
and then
right.
Saturday you got Carson Newman.
That's right.
So I mean, a couple of region counting games, and
That's right.
it's a big weekend for this early in the year, isn't it?
It is. It is. We're going to get tested early, just like how we were tested with West Georgia. West Florida is a really good team, solid team, new coach. So, they'll be trying to prove themselves, trying to get off on a winning track. So, it's going to be a good weekend for us. The same as Carson Newman. I think that the coach he's in his second year. He's getting things turned in the right direction. So, be a great opportunity for us to get tested and see how we respond.
So you'll be the elder statesman of the 3 games with your whole 3 years of head coaching.
That's right. That's right. Right. Sadly so.
Well, catch the action this weekend. If you can't make it up to Dahlonega, Georgia, you can catch it on Country 102 as always. Scott McLeod will be there for Game 2. He's got a little bit of football to call on Friday night. So my assistant, Trevor Coos, will bring the action Friday, and then he'll be joining Scott McLeod on Saturday, bringing you all that action. Country102fm.com, and then 102 on the FM dial here in town as well. So if you can't make it up there, catch the action online or on the radio dial. For Mo Smith, Al Weston for the Bobcat Coach's Corner.